All right, 12631. This is Chess and Wine. I wanted to do a quick video about the post that I wrote about an hour ago as far as keeping your cool on days like today. Now, you're actually looking at a SPY. I'm going to use the SPY chart, the ETF or the S&P 500, because I don't have nearly as many annotations on it as I do of my regular S&P 500 chart. But what I want to do is I want to discuss how the market normally reacts to moving averages, especially the 20-day moving average, when it's in an uptrend. And actually, what I want to do, this is actually the March 2009 bottom here off to the left of your screen. So we're looking at a daily chart back then, okay, and I want to emphasize that this is not real time here. So what happened was we had a very sharp move off of the bottom here in March 2009, and you can see this orange line. Just let's look at this orange line here, the 20-day moving average. You can see it was a while before we even precisely touched it. It was almost, it was in late April here, so it was over a month and a half, maybe almost 2 months. And we went that long without even precisely touching it. And even after there, as scary as it must have been for these couple days here, you can see the reaction immediately off it was a sharp bounce back off of it. Then we marched much higher into May. And it was only in May and June when we started testing the 20-day moving average a little too much that it finally gave way. It finally gave way, and we went down, tested the 50-day moving average, and it kind of went on that way for a little bit before we eventually found support down here. Now, my point of showing you this is just that when the market's in an uptrend, the 20-day moving average is usually pretty reliable in terms of being a nice support area, especially early on in the uptrend. And all that means is that the first and second times that the price will test the 20-day moving average, again, as traders, we're always trying to play the odds. We're always trying to take historical reliability into account. And just to give you an idea, off of that July bottom there in 2009 here, you can see we had a nice run up here. Then we came actually below the 20-day moving average. And if you remember, in the fall of 2009, we had this sequence where we would dip below the 20-day moving average and have an aggressive move higher, dip below it, have an aggressive move higher, and only then, again, after twice of the 20-day moving average, that general area holding a support, only then do we go down in October and test the 50-day moving average, this blue line here. So again, you want to keep that into account just for modern day perspective. And let's go over to that March through April of 2010 uptrend. You can see off of that hammer there in February 2010, we had a nice run up. We actually pulled back and tested it. So let's take it from this point here in February, where we back tested to the 20-day moving average, again, this orange line. And ever since then, you can see we never precisely touched the 20-day moving average. We tried to come close here, but not really. And it was only towards the very end of the uptrend here in April did we finally test it the first time. And even then, let's say here on April 19th, when we tested that 20-day moving average, if you had said, okay, the uptrend's over, a lot of people did. They called the top. It was a couple days after that Goldman Sachs SEC announcement was made. And people said, you know what, let's load up on shorts here. Let's go all in short. The uptrend's over. Look what would have happened over the next week. Look how much pain you would have had to endure. That's a full week. That's a lot of pain to endure there. So again, my point is that topping, if we are topping now, is a process. And moreover, the first time we precisely touch the 20-day moving average, although nothing is guaranteed, the odds and history say that the first time we'll precisely touch the 20-day moving average, as we are today on the SPY. The presumption is that it should hold, and we've come awfully close before, but we didn't do it. We came within a few ticks here on October 4th. And again here in late October, early November. But today is really the first time that we've precisely touched it. Actually, on the SPY, 119.65 was the low print today, and 119.65 is exactly with the 20-day moving average. So again, a precise touch of it today. Even, here's the important point, even if we dip a little bit below it today or Monday, do not discount the fact that it could easily still hold the support, just as it did in the fall of 2009 and various other points over the past 2 years.